And my wind that was dead is now not dead. Well, hey folks, Type IC3 out here at the Avian Parker Modeler Club. We're going to take up the Tender 10-year anniversary special edition, take it up and have some fun with it. Got a 3200 4S Smart Pack in there. And I noticed that I'd had the gains fixed at like, I don't know, 40% or something. So I decided to make them adjustable. And then I'm going to capture the gains once I kind of...
Motor hot and ready to cut you.
I'll have to retrim her. And then I'll just, when I find the gains I like, based on how she flies today, then I'll capture them and I'll share those with you after the flight. So, all right.
Take off flaps.
You're turned around here. Take off into the what little bit of wind we actually do have, which isn't much. What we do have is coming out of the west. So a good day to see how my flap settings are. All right.
Starting this party over.
High rates, 5 minutes. Here we go.
Flaps up.
All right. I think she's trimmed really good. We're going to take her up now.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Take her up again. Plenty aerobatic. Plenty aerobatic. Has the ability to be very aerobatic. How about that? A little upward spiraling knife edge here. Maybe a little bit of left aileron. Bless you, baby.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
No problem inverted. And my wind that was dead is now not dead.
Landing flaps.
Rises just a little bit with landing flaps, so that's good. Just a little bit. Oh, we can do better.
Flaps.
Do better than that now.
Flaps up. Time remaining 2 minutes. Landing flaps. Flaps up.
That's fun.
One minute.
Timbers are just naturally great flying airplanes. They really are. They're purposely designed for RC. There you go. Looks like a big old bat. All right. 44 seconds left on a 5-minute timer. Let's go over our rates. My flying rates, I just flew in. 100% throws over 30% expo on ailerons, elevator, and rudder is same thing, but rudder has 125 with 30% expo. Flap systems, I like my flap mix. Flaps up, negative 100%, no mix. Takeoff,
Flaps.
0% with a 3% down elevator mix.
Landing flaps.
Landing is 100% with a 6% down elevator mix. 2-second
Flaps
deployment. All right, forward programming.
Motor off and safe.
All right, the gains I just flew in, I'm going to capture them. So I like them. All right, cool. Make it nice and easy. Gains are all at 30%, or 30. Roll, pitch, and yaw, all at 30. They seem to work real well for me. The priority is all at 140 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Nothing with heading. Stop lock, all at 35 on roll, pitch, and yaw. And release rate, well, hold on, let me go back to that. Sorry. Release rate, I don't have anything down. Okay. Stop lock 35, nothing with the release rates, and gains are 1 times gains, and obviously I don't have a nose wheel gyro. All right, so that's the gains, that's the flaps, and that's how she flew. Now let's talk about CG and how much is left in the tank. Okay, CG on the plane is 54 to 64 millimeters back from the leading edge of the wing. And if you, for a landmark, if you look at this servo cover, you put your fingers right on the very end of the plastic there. Okay, right on the very end of the plastic where the plastic meets the foam. And she CG's basically perfectly right there. Okay, now the telemetry, because I'm using a smart ESC, smart battery, I can look on my transmitter and know that it's about 5% better actually in the plane. I had 44 seconds left on a 5-minute timer. Let's see what the smart battery says I have. There, if I can find it, that is. Smart. Okay, it says I have 50% left on the battery, so I'm going to think that's actually more like 55%. But let me, motor's off. okay? But let's physically check it. Because like I say, I believe that the telemetry on Spektrum is a little more conservative than reality. Show you where I've got my 3400 or 3200. Basically a good about 3 finger widths in from the front. Okay, so let's check the battery. That gives me good CG. Okay, 61%. So actually a lot, it said 50% with 39, 39, 39, 39, 39. All right, that's just a little too much. Let me take it up just a couple more passes, but we're not going to check the battery after that, but I will tell you what the telemetry says. Or what the battery voltage says. All right. Huh? Yeah, put it back on manual. All right, let's just try to, let's get to where the telemetry says it's about 40%.
Motor hot and ready to cut you.
That's where the wind's coming from right there.
"30 seconds.
You just can't go wrong with a timber.
"20 seconds. "10.
Oh, knife edge
Greg,
machine.
land the timber now. Your fun is over.
So Greg, land the timber now, your fun is over. Well, we're going to push it. Just a fun all around. It's got something for everybody. It really does. Real quick, take it out here and get your grass off. One real quick before we cut it off. I mean, it is a kind of a bush plane after all. Just gliding in.
-1 minute. ESC 14, 35 volts.
All right, that's what I wanted to hear. My telemetry telling me it's time to land the plane. Okay.
Motor off and safe.
Okay. According to the smart telemetry, it says I have 30% left on the battery. Okay. Now you don't have to show the voltage. I'm just going to have to believe me. I have no reason to, to hide. 100. Okay. Minute 17 over. So 6 minutes and 17 seconds of total flight time or total stick time. Wind blowing it back. Top loader, which is very convenient. 35%. Okay, so set your timer for 6.5 minutes. Fly the way you want. Now, if you're going to hit it full throttle the whole time, which I don't recommend, set up for 6 minutes. But bye, Felicia. But if I were you, 6.5 minutes of mixed flying, you'll be fine. Okay, on a 3200. If you put a 4000 in there, which would be back about 1/4 inch further back, then you could set your timer for 7 minutes easy. Well, folks, there you go. That is the E-FLITE 10-year anniversary special edition. Great flying plane. I've never flown her on 3S. I've only flown her on 4S, and that's probably the way I'll keep it. Folks, thank you so much for watching. God bless y'all. Jesus is Lord, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and camera precious, thank you for filming. See you next time. Bye-bye.